This is King Perez. I do the global marketing for both iBuyPower and Hyte. And here you are today in our suite in Grand Hyatt, floor 2506. We will be giving Igor's Lab a tour of our new products for Computex 2025. So we wanted to start this tour. We call this informally the wall of fails. And we have failed making the front panel of our new X50 many times. This is just a small sample of different ways that we have tried to accomplish what the factories call impossible to do. We've pissed off a lot of people trying to make this panel. And so for instance, there are some examples here. Like this looks like it's 100 years old, but it's really only something like 12 days old. It's just oxidized because the chemical properties of the steel weren't exact. But we tried doing it this way so that we could kind of feel the malleability of trying to do the compound curves.
It looks very steampunk.
Yeah, it looks like you shouldn't touch it, and I do not recommend touching it. There is a lot of tetanus risk on this wall, and we are not trying to do that to Igor. Okay? But then a lot of the solutions what were provided here, factory had said, let's try with a pre-perforated sheet, but that doesn't give us any of the structural rigidity that we'd want out of the panel, especially when people want to take it on and off. And then it also didn't give us any of the structural, like that lip to make any attachment points. So we definitely did not want this solution. This solution it looks too perfect because it is perfect. This was a lasered solution post-process. Then we found out how much it cost, and we were saying, nope, there's no way we can scale that. And then these two examples here, this is a test of pressure. And pressure and draw for the tonnage of a press. The only thing that I love to point out is where a lot of metal meets less metal, it's a natural shear point for the perforations. And this is in our testing, like how much pressure can we apply over how much time period is a test. And we found a really good way to do that, as you can see in our next, in our success cases. Let's go check out the X50. Perfect. So we have a system right here. One of the best things that came out of Computex for us was very last minute, so we almost didn't have a case for Computex. As you can see, the front panel does exist. You can remount the front panel any which way orientation you want. The mounting holes are the same. A couple of cool things here, because you guys know that we make a thick cooler. We were able to adjust the brackets on the front panel right here, if you can see the notches, so that you can have any sort of depth. It'll help you with your choices of any sort of thick radiator or any sort of ARGB fans to move this bracketry forward in depth or backwards in depth, giving you maximum options for mounting any of your cooling options. We have three 120s on the bottom. We call this a cold cooling floor. And if you can see that, this case does not come with any fans, but we did have new FA12 fans that color match all of our new pastel colorways, or the Milky series is what we call it, to kind of match the aesthetic of the case. Some other features here are there is a hidden I/O cabling. So if we try to keep everything clean inside the case. All of the front I/O, or the top I/O as we call it, is rerouted into another channel very cleanly on the side here, and then exiting out the back so that you don't see any of the front I/O. We extended those cables for you. And as you can notice, we have what we call a PSU canopy. So we are top mounting the PSU now, and that gave us a little bit more room and a little bit more cooling performance, because we are not mounting it on the bottom, so that we can have this cold floor, do as much possible to cool down your GPUs or CPUs and give this case as much airflow as possible. We call it the modern performance aesthetic. So it's a very stark departure from what you know and love with the Y70 Touch Infinite being a modern aesthetic case. On the rear here, another very interesting feature of the case is this louvered ventilation design. You may seem familiar with this with like HVAC systems. or car grills. This is a patent pending design by Hyte where the blades are not subtractive. So we're not punching out any material away from this. We are working with the material once we punch it out, and we twist it and make this horizontal so that it cuts through the air, thereby maximizing more performance while maintaining the structural rigidity of the case. Onto the back here, you can see some of the other colorways that we have. Obviously, we have Taro. This is our hero colorway of the show. We have Cherry, my favorite color. It comes in, I hope it comes in gloss. This was a happy mistake. This is the only gloss case that we have. We've got the classics here.
For firefighters.
Yeah. Or Coke lovers. This is Pitch Black,
Coke.
Snow White, Strawberry Milk, all pink colorway, and their new color for 2025, Matcha Tea. We have heard so far that this is going to be the color of the year. It seems to be extremely popular with everybody who's coming through the booth. Igor, we'd love to see what your favorite colorway is of the X50.
This one.
It is totally matcha? Okay.
Looks like my car.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, it looks like we had to send you one of these. Yeah,
Okay,
but that's it for the
I have
X50.
melted copper. It's a little bit different, but it is very similar.
Well, cool. Oh, there's maybe one more thing I can show you on the back of the case. So what I really like about the back of the case, again, it's all mesh in the back, but I can blindly build in this case, and it won't feel like I'm going to be nicked, or there's no sharp edges at all. The design language continues to the complete case, internal and external. And we've got rounded grommets, we've got colorway matched grommets. Everything about the design of this case is very intentional, so that it doesn't hurt you. It helps with the build experience. I could blindly put my hands anywhere and not feel like I'm in danger of bleeding the PC case. Cool. Here's our voting section. This is for you later. No spoilers. We will give you candy for that. And then over here, lastly, these are some of our CES 2025 items. We've just come back and shown it here for anyone who wasn't at CES. These are our light noodles, so there are two different lengths here. LN60 that match well with Y60 and Y40, and then LN70 that pair extremely well with the Y70 chassis.
Most people just buy Snow White, so we're like, you know what, let's make our brand.
Over here, that what we've seen earlier are now our colorways for the FA12. They come in a 4-pack, so that's a 3+1, obviously, naturally.
Oh, hi. Hello, friends of Igor. We don't know exactly.
So it's like most people do a 3 intake, 1 rear. You know, it comes with an FA12.
Comes to F.
SPFs are over there, solid processor frames. You guys don't see the Intel variant, but now those are for the AMD architecture. Those are very new. A lot of us just carry them because they look cool. PCIe 5.0 risers, and I think that's it for our booth. Igor, are you going to vote for your favorite color? Are you going to vote for your favorite color? Okay, here we go. Let's see what you like. I'm going to give you 6 pieces of candy. You can drop them in any cup that you want. You can put them all in one cup if you want. If you've got a favorite color, let's see what you pick. Wow, full send into Taro. Okay, amazing. Well, great. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for checking us out, Igor. We will wish you the very best of Computex. Can't wait to work with you in the future.